since we don't have any parts in, we can just start with the blinker. Oh. Well, so that's our problem. Cool. The bulb has fallen apart. So that would be our issue. I'm gonna hook the battery, then I'm gonna pull that out. Got a pair of skinny boys here. And I'm gonna try to, now this has to spin, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get it to spin or not. There we go. There we go.
Got plenty of them, I tell you what.
So that's what the bulb's supposed to look like, and this is an old bulb out of my my Magna. All right, hook the battery back up. Let's see if that works. On, blinker. There we go. Now, how do I get this off? All right, so I got the light out. It's just a 2-pin harness connector there. So what I'm going to do is power it, and I'm going to check voltage on this wiring and see what we're getting. Could be that this thing is rusted and not grounded. I had that issue on the 97. All right, set this to DC. Let's see what we're getting. Backwards. That's power. This is ground. Power is the red wire. Huh? It shows 11.7 volts. Which is unfortunate because that means that this LED light is to blame. Which sucks. Very much sucks because I'm pretty sure they only sell these in kits. Guys, you're not going to believe this. This light was hooked up backwards. So it works. Sweet! I'm going to go over how to get the back wheel off the easiest way. I had to take my bags off. So if you got bags back here, take them off. The back fender. I took the shocks off, so you got your bolt up here. These were really easy to get off. The one down here with the slide is a little bit stickier on each side, so that took some doing. This one wasn't too bad, but the other side was a little bit stuck on there, but you know, you get it off whatever way. I put mine back in so I don't lose them or forget where they go. And then on the other side, now this side's a little bit different. Of course, you got your brake, so your caliper is going to come off with, push this around, but you got to loosen that with a regular wrench, and then you have your actual bolt that goes up in there, or sorry, it goes up in there with your slide. And that's all you have to do to remove the caliper. So not a huge deal there. I didn't fully take this one off. I left this bottom bolt in there, and then I put something right here so that way it doesn't mess up the paintwork on that. But I did put this bolt back in there, make sure that doesn't fall out. Here it is. So we're good. I just need to clean that up before I put it back on. But, so yeah, this is some old grease. I'm gonna try to get this off real quick. Come on, there we go. All right, so I figured out the problem. So you gotta take the whole brake bracket off. Oh, well, that was stuck on there. I don't think it's threaded in anymore. It's just not out. Hello? Don't put that down. Just come out. Come out. Well, I'm going to clean that up. And now this whole thing is loose, which means I should be able to... There we go. Yep. Alright. If this soggy bitch don't come out, I'm going to lose it. I'm about to lose my... I'm about to lose my socks. We're just going to try this again. Oh, there it goes. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Bad place to put your hand. Don't put your hand above it. Ow. Okay. Whew, that hurt. Hey, wheel's off. While your wheel is off, now is a really good time to go ahead and check the teeth on your splines there. Check your spline. Just make sure that it looks good. There's no chipping or anything crazy going on. I just have some, this is all grease, old grease. You can check your wheel bearings while you're at it. Yep, it spins, no grittiness, nothing. I'll get this whole wheel cleaned up. This is one side done. That's about as polished up as I need it to be. It's not perfect, but it's definitely shiny, and I'm okay with that. A lot of these, so I went from 800 to 1000 to 2000 grit sandpaper on the whole thing. I didn't go crazy. I didn't use my sander. I just kind of did it by hand. Most of it was around the edge where some of the damage was. It's not a ton of damage, but there are some nicks and scrapes here and there. But, I mean, it's an old bike. It's what it is. I'll relate it to the other side. Let's flip this over. I still got to go in with... I'll probably just use the rest of my steel wool and go into these and clean it up like that. But I'll show you guys the other side here. So that's the other side. Isn't horrible now that I'm looking at it. This is the worst off side. So actually, all things considered, this isn't terrible. I'm gonna wipe this clean real quick so you guys can get a good idea of where we're coming from. So yeah, that's the old, and grab in here, and that's the new. So this is polish, unpolish. So it's a pretty good little transformation. Definitely get that shine. So same thing, I'm gonna do 800, 1000, and 2500 grit sandpaper is what I did. Clean up in here and send it off. It looks like the fender is held on by these two on each side. So yeah, they're there. I'm gonna take those off. There's nuts on the back. Is there nuts on the back end? Oh no, this must be metal. Oh yeah, that's metal. Okay, so I guess it's just threaded into it. So I'm gonna unthread those real quick and take that off to protect it. All right, so I got those off. I need to unbolt this, which is an 8mm bolt, I'm sure. My best advice on this: if you have a leaking fork and you've never had those off before, and I don't think any of the previous owners for this bike have ever taken this thing apart because of how bad the brakes are, but don't even mess with it. If it's this bad, just torch them and get them off. Don't risk it. I tried some penetrating fluid. Don't even bother. Just torch them. They'll come off. But the other side came right off. So, anywho, okay, you guys didn't tell me you couldn't take this off without taking the wheel off. So instead, I put a bolt in here and on the other side to hold it on there. Now we just need to get the axle off. I don't know if I'm supposed to loosen that before I jack this up or not. So we're gonna find that out. But there's your axle nut. So you just need a good big ol' biggie thing. I'm gonna go ahead and go get my my long boy to take that off. Got that loosened up with, this is not my long boy. Actually, I don't know how to use it, but that's a 22mm socket, by the way. All right, so there's your axle bolt. Thought it was gonna be a nut. There is anti-seize all over this thing, so that's been out. That looks somewhat recent, actually, because it's not even dirty. But anywho, that's that. I guess I can start punching this thing out. 12mm for the brakes all around. Mine has a different bolt in one of the sides. I guess they lost one or stripped one out at some point. But you know, 12mm for the stock ones, which is going to be boop and boop, and same on the other side. So the brakes are undone. Okay, I don't know what my dad's got going on outside. I gotta make sure nothing up here is hitting the tank. Oh, I'm knocking stuff over. What you're gonna want to do is get a socket that fits in there without touching the outside. I'm going to guesstimate that one. Nope, way too big. Whoopsies. How about this one? Yeah, that's real good. All right, and give that a few love taps, see if it comes out. So you gotta loosen these pinch bolts to get it off. Herba derba. Couldn't see the stupid thing, so I'm like, oh, you gotta put an Allen wrench maybe on this side and find it. No, that didn't work. And I'm sitting there trying to get the things off, and like there's no information that those have caps on them from the factory. And I don't know that. So, those have caps on them from the factory. All right, let's take the stupid... Yeah, I don't know what size Allen wrench they are, but you want one of these things right here. Anywho, so you just want to put it in here and give it a little tap. Alright, so we got our axle out. So now, my tire's completely off. So I'm going to take the tire off, move it, and then we need to get the fender off. Finally, some good luck. I actually had a really easy time taking this rotor off. Hopefully the same will be said for the other side. This was the Which side? That's the gunkier side, because that's the one with the speedometer and stuff. Where the fork was leaking. But this side, so it uses a bunch of these Allen bolts, which I just need to clean up. So this isn't too bad. I'll be able to get that polished up. Really nice. Cleaned up and polished up. The wheel, I don't know. We'll have to see. I haven't sprayed it or done anything. So I got new tires, Shinkos front and back. Nothing crazy, but I've liked the Shinkos that are on my Magnus, so I figured I'd probably like them on this bike too. Gonna take a break tonight. I'm gonna stop here, and I'll get back to it tomorrow as far as gonna change the tire.